you did an interview with Hollywood Raw, which I thought was just so random.
It was hella it wasn't supposed to be like this.
Let me tell you why I think it was random, because we talk all the time.
Yeah.
And so all the stuff that you were saying, I knew because I knew in real time, and we were going to talk about it at some point, but then it just happened. People did not understand why that interview even happened. And
I don't, like, honestly, they were like, hey, do you want to talk about your jewelry line? I was like, sure, let's talk about my jewelry line. It was like not planned. It was none of that. I was like, sure, we'll talk about my jewelry line. I think we were going to talk about the cover of my Maxim like shoot. And then they just kept asking me questions, and I just was like,
kept answering.
I know, but I just was being honest.
But that's the thing. You were being honest and telling your story. Why did you feel like people were attacking you for telling your truth?
I don't know. I really don't tell other people's stories. That's the thing with me. Like, I tell my story. If it's my story and I'm a part of it, I am allowed to tell my story. But I'll never say, like, Jason did this or Jason did that. No, but like, if it's my story and it's about me, I should be able to like come to my own defense and like tell my side of the story and tell the truth, you know?
So one of the things you talked about, so I want to unpack that interview just a little bit because...
Okay, I'm scared. Okay.
No,
I'm scared.
When you saw this stuff online, what was your reaction to everybody else's reaction?
I don't remember. Did I take a beating for that? I can't remember.
Well, I mean, you know where all the bodies are buried in the Kardashian world, and you didn't expose any. So it's not like you went out there and did the... You could have been really messy. Had you been me, I probably would have hired a priest, and I would have had a funeral, and I would have just buried bitches.
Oh my
I would have, because I feel like in many ways, and I don't know what you feel, but do you feel you were betrayed by them?
I don't know if you call it betrayed. I think like things happened and our relationship just got into a place that was just like a weird, ugly place, you know? I don't know. Like I never thought it would happen, to be honest with you. Like I never in a million years thought it would happen.
Well, the reason why I wouldn't have expected it to happen is because of how much you protect them. And that's the part that I guess was where I'm still...
I love them. That's the thing. Like I don't talk about Scotty. I don't talk about them. Like I love them, you know? We had an issue or issues or whatever. We had a falling out. Like, but I'm not going to be like petty or immature and like, do you know what I mean? Like, I've heard things that like were said to me that were very hurtful, like from other people that I was like, wow, I would have never thought that. But like, I don't tell other people's stories. So I think what you're saying is there was a person that told you that Kim had talked about you, and she said some very personal things. You're so messy, Jason. You're so...
I mean, look, this is my job.
No, it's just, I feel like I'm not like, I don't know. I don't like talking about other people's stories. I don't like talking about other people. I have my own stories. I have enough content in my life. If I'm going to sit here and talk to you, it's going to be about my own shit, not someone else's, you know?
But you heard your own shit come back directly from a person who heard it directly from Kim.
Yeah, but this girl could have been messy. I don't know. I don't like...
But you confronted Kim, didn't you?
I mean, what are we talking about right now?
I mean, it's your truth. And I know you're being careful to not tell anything.
No, you know what it is? I will say this, like...
Because I feel like you protect them and take the beating. And I don't think it's fair.
I do that, but I do that because, like, I don't know. I just don't like to, like... I don't like to cause drama. I don't like to cause, like... Do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, people talk shit. People love to instigate. I know people have gone back to them and told them I've said X, Y, and Z, and they've come to me and said they've said X, Y, and Z. But the difference is if I opened up my mouth, like you said, it'd be serious stuff. Yeah. I don't talk about other people's stuff. So you'll never hear anything negative, bad from my side.
Even if they come for you?
No, I feel like if they come for me, then like, you know, like karma's a bitch. Like you'll get yours. It's okay. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know. You know me. I'm like hot and cold.
Right.
Like I'm really good, but I'm from Chicago.
And you can burn a house down.
Yeah. Okay. Like I feel like I don't even want to talk about them, to be honest with you.
But the reason why I asked you, and the reason why I have to talk about them is because I took a beating, you took a beating for Jordan Woods, which was all directly related to the Kardashians, right? And I guess what I'll start before we go there is, there was a post I saw on Instagram, and I think I had posted too. It said, an expired relationship is not a beef. So, but then your guys' relationship seemed to expire, but then there became a perception of a beef, right? Mm-hmm. So don't you feel though, because there was a whole conversation I had on Clubhouse with people about closure, don't you feel like you deserve proper closure when you're that involved in a family's life, you protecting them at all costs, and then they just decide as a clan, we're not dealing with her no more?
I think I would be hurt if I wasn't who I am. I'm built like a Rolls Royce. I'm good. I actually have more blessings not being with them than I did with them. So I'm okay. Like I look at it like that. I look like God closes some doors and opens up bigger doors. So I'm good with that.
So you weren't surprised when they tried to label you toxic? Because I saw a headline that said you were labeled toxic.
I don't know.
I don't think you're, I mean, are you toxic?
I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I feel like, no. I feel like they, everyone normally says I have the best energy, the best vibes. You say it all the time.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I feel like people go through, you know what it is? It depends the lens that you are perceiving this information from, okay? So if you're in a negative place, you're perceiving things to be negative. You're perceiving things to be a threat if you are in a situation where you are feeling threatened, right? I am not in that position. Even at my darkest time, I don't perceive things to be negative or whatever. I look at it like there is light at the end of the tunnel. That's my personality for life. Like, I don't give a what I go through. Like, I always see it like that. I always see like, look, this happened for a reason. I have to learn from it. I have to grow from it and move on to like the next phase. I'm not going to harp on some shit. I don't give a about what Kanye thinks or like they're dealing with their own shit. They need to deal with their own shit. It has nothing to do with me. Clearly, everyone's moved on with their lives. You see what's happening, in everyone's family and lives. And, I deal with things like that.
Well, during that interview, you talked about the whole Kanye not wanting you to be around Kim. But do you think, and that he used to call you for advice at odd hours of the night, do you think that Kanye liked you or was attracted to you at all?
I have no idea. Like, I don't think so. He was just like in his feelings. I don't know.
I mean, that could create jealousy if your man's getting out of bed at 3 a.m. to go call some other chick, whether she's your friend or not.
Yeah, but you know what's funny? Kim and I were like best friends. We told each other everything, like everything. So I don't know. I don't know.
So as far as being labeled toxic by them, you didn't feel a type of way about that? Because some people would say you not saying anything is because you feel like you still need to protect them.
I'm not like in a place of like, I don't need to protect them. I don't need to harm them. Like, I'm living my best life. I have amazing kids. I have amazing brands. I'm working. I'm making money. My kids are all good. Like, what else could I ask for?
Right.
What else could I ask for? I feel like everyone gets their blessings. Everyone gets their lessons. Was this a lesson for me? Yes, for sure. Like, I learned my lesson from this.
What was the lesson that you learned?
I feel like my lesson was people that you go to bat for don't expect will go to bat for you. Like, I had to learn that the hard way. Because I was a very loyal friend. And I'm a very loyal friend. My personality is very like, if I with you, if I love you, like, it's till the end,
And so has that changed now?
No, I'm not going to change who I am because other people have issues. That's their shit. I'm continuing, you know what I mean, what I'm doing. And I don't know. I just feel like my personality is not like, I'm not threatened. I'm not like.
But I don't think you have to feel threatened to feel betrayed. I think you.
Do I feel betrayed? Hell yeah. Like, do I feel like when people were thinking X, Y, and Z, the reason why I said the whole thing about Tristan, like, was only because I was like, people were DMing me and were writing me on Instagram and stuff and on Twitter, like, oh, you're no longer friends with them because you hooked up with Tristan. I was like, that's not true.
But for me, that wasn't the bad part. Because that's the audience, right? They're in the stands. They don't know what's happening. They're watching the movie. You guys are actually in the movie. The part for me that was weird was that they were silent and that they left you out there to get killed in the press.
Right.
And I feel like you're in some way still kind of protecting them because you don't want to say that. You had to have felt that way. If I felt that way for you.
No, for sure. Like, that's why I had to like defend myself. And I was like, by the way, like, I knew him before. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, let's not get it twisted. I knew him before. Like, he was.
But it wasn't even that you knew him before. You were involved before.
Yeah, we used to talk before.
And then you introduced him to them. And then 10 days later, they're on a trip somewhere together.
Right.
That's like the ultimate thing girls aren't supposed to do to each other.
Right. The rules in LA are a bit different. The rules in Miami are different. Like,
what are the rules in Miami versus the rules in LA?
No, like the rules in Miami, like if your girlfriend even thinks that guy is cute, you're never talking to him. You're never talking to him. Rules in LA are a little bit different.
Are the rules in LA different from the rules with the Kardashians?
Probably.
And so you didn't feel like, I guess, I don't know. I love Kim. I've been very public about how much I respect her hustle. Yeah. I love Chris. I mean, Chris hasn't called me back since I wrote the story about Chloe and whatever, but that's fine. People won't understand why you're not mad. I'm not mad because I don't keep that energy for myself. I don't do you know what I'm saying? I'm not mad because I don't want that negative energy. You know what I'm saying? I don't want that.
I didn't have it before them, and I'm not going to have it after them. Like, you know, a lot of people you deal with in general, I feel like they take away your energy. They give you like their toxic shit. And the people that call you toxic normally are the toxic ones. Do you know what I'm saying? Do I want to bash them? No. Do I want, like, no, I'm not, I don't want to do that.
So when you started seeing reports come out, I know that when you were contacted and told that a story was going to break on you, and the only way that story could have came out is if it came from them, did you not want to call them and say, bitch, if the story comes out, I will burn your whole world down?
No, that's facts.
So that did happen?
No, like I would, like if stories come out that are not true and you don't defend me and you're supposed to be my friend, then stories might come out about you too. You know, that's just like life. But am I purposely going to talk about people? No. Am I purposely going to try to hurt someone? No. But was what happened to me hurtful? Yes. You know what I mean? It was. But, you know, I'm not the first person who's had a falling out with their friends. I'm not, my situation is just magnified because of who we all are, you know? But, you know, it's fine.
The Travis Scott thing, though, was kind of interesting because I had known about that before it came out in this random podcast. But are you still scratching your head over how they gave that story legs in the family and how they just believed it over knowing the type of person you were?
No, I feel like people just need excuses sometimes, you know, like in their head, like, oh, like, okay, that happened. I don't know. I mean, I've been in situations where, you know, I was married to someone that was a superstar. I've been in situations, people have called me, people have said X, Y, and Z to me. I don't believe things I hear randomly. I'm not one of those people that, you know, fuels the fire like that. I'm like the type of person that I'm like, would that ever happen? Like, I don't know. Do you know what I mean? I don't give it like life like that. Other people are very like territorial. Like if they even hear about it, they're like, oh, it must be true. I don't know. I never would want to be in a situation where I'm in a situation with a guy in a relationship and I feel like, you know what I mean? Just like feel compromised and like feel insecure. There's nothing worse than that. And I would never be in a situation like that. It's just not my personality. But if you are in a relationship where you are insecure and feel some type of way, then anything anyone says, you will believe. Like you're more likely to believe, you know?
Well, but being that you spent so much time with them, you've been their friend for how many years?
Long time, I don't know.
So longer than they've known Travis.
Yeah, obviously. Yeah.
But didn't it bother you that they didn't believe you over him?
Some people value men over friends. I don't know. You know, some people like value guys that they know they don't even have over real relationships because that's what they need. Like that's like their bread and butter. That's the only thing they need they think will make them happy, you know? I guess it's about what makes you happy.
But why doesn't the rules apply to them when Chloe did that to you with Tristan? She actually did it.
No, I know. I don't know. I feel like, I don't know.
So they're not your friend because of something they heard you did when you've forgiven them for doing what they actually did to you. I think that's interesting.
Yeah. I don't know. They live by a different, I guess.
Rule.
Yeah. It's all good.